I'm inside and I saw Batman Begins. It is directed by Christopher Nolan, written by David S. Goyer, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. I like how the movie starts with Bruce Wayne being a youngin' and he has his parents still. He falls into a cavern? Well, I'm not sure what this is called, but it's a well. It goes deep. He falls down, and then there's a bunch of bats, and he gets scared of bats. And then he goes to the opera with his parents, and he's scared of the opera, and so he wants to leave the opera, and so his parents go with him, and then they get shot and mugged, and then Bruce Wayne has to see his parents get killed in front of him. And I'm just like, this is such a sad story. But also, out of all of the Batman origins that I've seen in the previous Batman movie reviews that I've done, I gotta say that this has to be the best Batman origin story I've seen yet. Bruce just wants vengeance. He wants vengeance so badly. He wants to beat up all the criminals, and so he goes to beat up all the criminals. He even goes to China to figure out what it is like to be in the mind of a criminal. He does some criminal things. He understands the thrill. He wants to defeat all the criminals in the world, and so he gets so criminalized with himself. He becomes a criminal himself to the point in which he goes to jail, and then he starts beating up his criminals in jail. Like, yes, dude, I could totally see you doing this 100%. Also, I should mention before I continue any further with this review, the first time that I actually watched this movie was in 8th grade, and I was learning about the hero's journey, and this movie fits the hero's journey very well. I found a stick. I particularly enjoy the League, the Shadow League, the League of Shadows, the ninjas. They take him up and they train him. They put him through all this brute training, and then when it's time for him to have his training done, and there's a ceremony in which he has to be a killer, he won't kill. I do appreciate he's very consistent about not killing anyone, and it's very apparent within the first time that he has to kill somebody, he refuses. Instead, he burns down this place. He leaves, he saves a guy. Big mistake, by the way. He leaves, he saves the guy, and then he's off on his own. And so he goes back to Gotham, and Gotham is really messed up. And I'm like, no, Bruce Wayne, where you been? You should have been Batman sooner, but I know this is your origin story. This is Batman Begins for a reason. I get it. So anyway, he sees a bunch of destruction, a bunch of criminals, a bunch of poverty, a bunch of crime. He's like, I gotta put a stop to this. So he takes all of his weapons resources, like he has a bunch of weapons in reserve somewhere, and there's a guy, beautiful guy. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna question what's happening here. I'm just gonna not say anything. I'm gonna turn a blind eye. I'm like, that is smart. You should turn blind eyes. Because if you don't, then someone's gonna come to you, hey, do you know what Batman is? And then you're gonna have to lie, I don't know who Batman is. Ugh. But it'll actually be shown that you do know who Batman. So keep your mouth and your questions shut. Thank you. Anyway, so I really liked the process of seeing Batman have his belt, his suit, his cape, even his mask. Because at the very beginning, when he's like crawling all over the roofs, not like the very beginning of the movie, but the very beginning of his transformation into getting a suit as Batman, he goes sees Commissioner Gordon, with the Commissioner Gordon be like, who you is, right? And he doesn't even have the bat ears or whatever. I love the process of him becoming a Batman. And so when he has the full suit and he's fighting criminals for the first time, and one of the criminals be like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Batman. I'm like, whoa, he said it. He said the line. He said the line. Yeah. Ooh-wee. I can rejoice over this moment because this is so iconic. We got a scary villain here. We got Scarecrow. I'm scared of Scarecrow. He goes up to people in insane asylums who be like, oh, I ain't scared of you. And then scares the ever-loving bejesus out of him. and they're like screaming. He's like casually like, I'm fine, I guess, right? I love it. I love Scarecrow in this. He's such an intimidating guy. He also has this weapon, this same chemical used with the League of Shadows, the Shadow Ninjas that Bruce trained with. That same plant, this guy has the freaking, what is it called? Toxins, that's what it's called. He has those toxins. He's intent on spreading it through Gotham City. And I'm like, oh no, this is no good whatsoever. What will Batman do? They're literally putting this toxic chemical into the water. How will this even help with anything? Well, there's a misplaced Wayne Enterprise micro emitter where the water goes up in steam and then all of the chemicals just go everywhere and make everyone experience the worst fears. And I'm just like, oh, wow. I mean, for Batman, his worst fear is bats, but I really like the part in which he chooses to be Batman because he's trying to hone his fears. He's trying to hone his fears. He's trying to control it. He's not trying to have his fears take over him. And that's why he's just constantly surrounded by bats all the time. Like, I love this detail. I would have not known this if it weren't for these movies. I do like how Batman gets sprayed with the poison in his face and then has to be set down in bed for 2 days, given this antidote, and it still takes 2 days for him to recover. So imagine taking that antidote and spreading it to everyone who's got with the toxins that makes him go scared. And I'm like, okay, I wonder what will happen if anyone got this toxin. Will they be able to be antidoted? Will Bruce Wayne's best pal freaking crime, not Alfred, but another guy, the same guy who is like, oh, here's all your stuff, by the way, all this military gear just laying around, and also that is where the Batmobile comes from. And I love the Batmobile in this because it looks so cool. It's so tanky and it just goes over all the cars, and I'm like, haha, he has no regard for you at all in the streets. If you see the Batmobile coming for you, you better pull to the side like it's an ambulance, or else you're gonna get got, you're gonna get crushed, he's gonna crush your soul. While Bruce Wayne is Batman, he still has to be Bruce Wayne. He has to be a little pretty. His sudden appearance ruins everything. He has the Manor back, he has to host parties that he doesn't go to until very, very late, and then he has to leave early again because of terrible stuff happening in Gotham. And I'm just thinking, man, people are going to suspect that he is Batman because you never see Bruce Wayne and Batman in the same room, but you also never see Batman and anyone else in the same room, okay? I'm just curious, has anyone thought who could be underneath that mask? Well, the closest is Rachel. They have a little bit of a gander. They have a little bit of a chat. It seems like Bruce Wayne can trust Rachel, and also at the very end, Rachel says a line to Bruce Wayne, and then Bruce Wayne as Batman repeats the same line to her, and then she's like, Bruce? And then he just flies off. He's like, haha, I'm not gonna confirm or deny whether I am Bruce Wayne. And I liked that. I really liked that part. Oh, the microwave went off. Beep, beep, beep. That's the timer. The timer of the microwave. You better open the door of your microwave. Is going off. Probably not in your place. But in this movie it is. It's going off. It's going all over the place. Oh no, all the water is evaporating. All the chemicals are getting released. Oh no. But luckily Bruce Wayne was like, hey, guy, make all them antidotes, please. And that guy made a bunch of antidotes, but not before he got fired. And then Bruce Wayne was like, oh, I'll buy your company. Ha 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 ha. I'll buy the head company who was previously on Scarecrow's side, but because Bruce Wayne has billions of dollars, he can just buy up companies left and right. Whew, whew, whew. All right, money ain't no concern for me whatsoever. Okay, you got your job back, guy. Okay, you make all these antidotes. We need these antidotes for everyone. I'm like, okay, this is fun and handy dandy, but what about the logistics of handing out antidotes to everyone? How do you know who's been infected other than the terrifying screams that they endure? I guess that is a way you can tell. The last third of this movie is pretty freaking sweet. We have Batman versus Scarecrow. We got a cool bunch of car rooms. Police chases. Car chases. And he's got the cool Batmobile, so he's crushing everybody like I said earlier in this review. I just love that feature of the Batmobile so much. I do like the resolution. Scarecrow got him, Scarecrow. But there's a new assignment. I do like how by the end of this movie, Commissioner Gordon and Batman are working together, and Commissioner Gordon gives him this beautiful card. Here's your next assignment, sir. And flips to the back. Oh, it's the Joker, baby. Woo, woo, woo. It's Joker time for next movie. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Haha, yeah, got him. You know, I'm so excited for the next movie. I can't remember if it's the next movie, the movie after that, where I have a very famous YouTuber friend who is starring in that movie in the behind the scenes of a football field. Yeah, I'm so excited to see his cameo role, his breakout role in movies. That's gonna be sweet. I'm gonna point it out whenever I see him, be like, oh, it's him there. He's being destroyed. Woo, yeah, let's go. Tony from Hack the Movies, you're a movie star, you did it. But he wasn't a movie star in this one. I do like the ending. He just becomes Batman. He full body personifies Batman. And then he's Batman forever. And he's gonna Batman all over the place. He's gonna I'm Batman. Poo, 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 poo. Pow. Got him. So this Batman movie is pretty cool. There's a lot of cool emotional arcs. It kept me glued to the entire time to the screen, and I felt like the 2.5 hours was justified, although it was a little long for me. At some point I was just like, okay, alright, yeah, I know this is happening or whatever. Can we get something else, please? I don't know, some sort of resolution to this. But other than that, I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed everybody's acting. I thought it was pretty handy dandy. If you like this movie, let me know in the comments below. Which Batman movie is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. This is very, 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 very duper, super duper important. Okay, this is life or death. You gotta comment, okay? Well, let me know what your favorite Batman movie is. I really like the explosions. I like the directing. I like it when the camera moves from this one side to the other side and we're following a character. Oh, I really like that. Man, I thought it was really cool that it was raining during the entire time in Gotham. It was pretty sweet because I love rain and I want to see more rain in movies. So I gotta give this movie a solid 8.2 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The algorithm really likes that. If you want a fast track a movie review, you can do that for $20 Redinos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like to help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews, go to his link tree, find the way you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews. So you can go here. And until next time, inside, I'll see you later, my sour croutons and bacon bits.